So, hello, Mike. It's nice to have you today for this interview. How are you? How is the mood actually?
Thank you. Hi, yes. Thank you for the invitation. Yeah, everything is cool. The new album is out now, and I think we got a lot of cool responses and cool reviews until now. So, yeah, we are really happy that this album is out now.
Okay, I think it's the first time you will release a record with a Polish label. So, how did it happen to discover Self-Made God Records and to sign with them?
That was simply like this. We recorded the album and we were searching for a cool label, and we sent a lot of information to different labels. And I think Self-Made God was one of the first we sent our stuff to. And immediately, Carol came back to us and said, "Yeah, I'm a fan of ANASARCA since back in those days, so I would like to do it." And then we got some more offers from other labels, but finally it showed that this Self-Made God offer was the best. So, and it's a true and honest guy. It's a cool label. And so I think this is the perfect fit for Anasaka.
Hey, for the moment, I saw that he will release a CD version and some sweet and t-shirts. Is
Mm.
there some plans for a vinyl edition?
Yeah, the vinyl will come, of course, but it will come end of April or beginning of May, so a bit later than the CD and the tapes. But they will definitely be on their way in April and May.
As a fan, are you attracted by those medias like cassette and vinyl?
Of course, because I've a small collection of first press releases back of those days. I was growing up with death metal, so but if you see the vinyl collection of our drummer Alf, it's incredible. He has so many items. He has two or three rooms full of CDs, LPs, and tapes. And magazines from back of those days in 1990 and before. Yeah, we are old ass bastards, and we like tapes because we have been tape trading as we were younger. And yeah, of course, before the CD came out, we all had a record player. So yeah, this was our life back in those days.
That's great. And how do you see the fact that you are a German band, that Germany is maybe the biggest market for the metal thing in Europe? And since the beginning, the band was more or less signed abroad instead of being signed in Germany. So, how do you see the facts?
This is a very difficult topic because we have never been this well-known band for Germany. So mainly our fans came from Spain, Portugal, Italy, with our Survival Mode album. It was in the United States as well. So in Germany, mostly the guys over here in our region knew us, but we have never been that famous in the rest of Germany. So yeah, there's a German a word for it. The profit doesn't count in your own country. So yeah, that's something we had to deal with. But yeah, it's cool to have fans outside Germany as well. So, and we try to convince the people while playing live that we are a cool and good band.
In a way, is it giving you maybe more credits to have an European vision, maybe an abroad vision, to maybe have this how can I say this aura in your own land, maybe to show the people that you are able to export yourselves.
I don't know. It is still very difficult to get slots, for example, at festivals and gigs as well. So we never played that much live in our existence. From the beginning of ANASARCA, we had two small tours, but not in Germany. We played some youth centers, but it is very, very difficult for us because we don't have any booking agency, for example. We do it on our own, and to ask people if we can play there is very difficult. And mostly today they want those bigger bands, and Anasaka is not that well known. So yeah, it's difficult because I am working as well as organizer for some festivals here in Germany. The Coast Rock Festival, for example, Paul's Coast Rock Festival is here in our city, and yeah, we invite those bands that we like, and mostly it is today the bookers of festivals are looking on Spotify and they see, oh, they have 2,000 followers, so they could be something for us, and then they ask you maybe. But without this, it is very difficult these days.
And as you have lived this period with tapes, tape trading, maybe copying some records for friends and
We
seeing,
never did. It is illegal.
yeah, of course, and seeing now that everything is available
Mm,
easy with a phone. Uh, for me personally, it's a really strange feeling to see
mm,
how now it's as easy as it is, and maybe people don't appreciate it.
yeah. It was like as survival mode came out and as Atlas as well came out now, it took 2 days or 3 days that the whole album was on YouTube. But we didn't load it up, so it was someone else. And yeah, if you are playing live a lot, it's okay because you will the people will know you better because there are so many songs of you on YouTube and stuff like this. But as a band that is not playing that much live, for us, it's not that good because we, of course, would like to sell our CDs to the people. So I told you before because we want to invest this money into merchandise and stuff. So we love to see people walking around with our shirts. But without the money, it's very difficult. And yeah, some of those bands who it's their job, so it's very difficult for them as well. For us, it's a hobby. It's okay. So I'm happy if the people know us, but for those who do this as a job, it is very, very difficult.
Yeah, yeah. And maybe hopefully the people still can't download t-shirts for the moment,
Yeah.
but maybe one day, who knows.
Some print template. You can sell some print template, and they can go to their own printer shop.
I was quite surprised to see that you had a new album coming out. Honestly, I have lost a bit of actuality
Mm,
about the band. And wow, I told myself they are back, and I listened to this YouTube streaming,
mm,
and wow, you are still raging, hitting hard, having this special snare sound, aggressive drumming. And I was so happy to hear that the band is still really intense. So, is it maybe more efforts and how can I say dedication than ever to maintain high level as you have?
mm. I don't know. We just play what we want to. I have a guitar beside me on the right side. So every time I have spare time, I take my guitar and play riffs. Try to find new riffs. And in the rehearsal room, we are old. So our drummer Alf is above 50 as well. So Uh, every single rehearsal, he tells me, I just don't know how long I can do this because it's so fast. And in the studio, we wanted to play a bit slower, but finally, yeah, it was like, yeah, the break was there was no break for him, so he was just speeding up. And afterwards, he said, I think it was very slow, wasn't it? And I said, no, it wasn't. My fingers were like they were burning from playing. Yeah? So yeah, we were really satisfied to be this brutal, still to be this brutal, because this is the way we want to sound like.
Mhm. And would you say that it's kind of yeah, being a sport guy or woman that have to train regularly to maintain?
Hmm. No. No, we do this as a hobby, so we meet one time a week if we are able to. As I said, our guys became fathers these days. So Alf and me, we are the oldest ones, and our children are grown up. So this is a hobby. We meet one day a week, and if there is some gig, we rehearse a bit more, of course. But yeah, it takes. We had a break for I think two months now since yeah, until the release of the album now. And then we started again because we have now the first gig in May, and Alf needed 2 weeks to be the same level he had before. So, but he's not doing sports at all.
Survival Mode was released maybe nearly 9 years ago.
Mm.
So how did you maybe spend your time the last 9 years? And was it a full, how can I say, agenda to compose, write the new lyrics, rehearse and record?
Um, it's very, yeah, in our area, we don't have that much musicians, and it's always a problem if people are coming into the band and they are leaving the band. And we had, after the recordings of Survival Mode, we had some issues with our rehearsal room. So I think it took 2 years to get a new rehearsal room. Then we yeah, found the new members. Alf was included into the band. Afterwards, Steffen left the band, and Björn was coming into the band, and I changed from bass again to guitars and stuff like this. So, and yeah, and we just rehearsed the old songs, and then beside this, we had to compose the new ones, and yeah, so and suddenly 9 years have been gone.
And finally, with all this time, I saw that there are some live tracks from Achilles that
Mhm.
are on YouTube. Is it helping for you to have the opportunity to play the songs live before having the final version in the studio?
Um, it doesn't help. It's just pure fun because of course, you can play them better, and you know how they sound, how they have to sound, and finally, yeah, it's a proven version of the song. So yeah, I think a bit it helps, but we don't care if some bands say, okay, we don't play this song live because it's on the new album, and we wait until the album is out, something like this. But we wanted to present something new to the people, and Atlas is one of the most brutal songs on this album, and a song we really like, and so we decided to play it live because it's just pure fun, and yeah, people enjoyed it a lot.
I saw in the description of this new album that it was inspired by loss, and on a personal level, you had lost precious people, friends, families, animals. Um, can it also explain that you needed time to be back on the music, having all this, how can I say, bad feeling around you?
No, this wasn't the reason for us to have breaks within the time. As I said, with some other problems with the rehearsal room, etc. Then COVID was about 2 years or 3 years that was stopping us, and yeah, we had um, to reunite afterwards. So you have to come back into the flow again to meet and to find new rehearsal dates and stuff like this. So this was something that, yeah, that was difficult for us to come forward, of course. So, but the loss theme in general is something, you know, um, all of our albums except God Machine were concept albums. So they had a lyrical concept. And this time it was, yeah, I had five personal losses in 2 years in the family. And so some of our friends died suffering from cancer. And so finally, I thought it would be a cool idea or a good idea to show the people the deepest feelings you can have with the loss of a person, of a beloved person. So I think this is the cruelest story you can imagine. To lose a beloved person. So this is a real horror, and no gore story can express these feelings. So this is something that was very important to me, and um, yeah, so we decided to do this topic as a concept.
And was it at the first choice, maybe the decision to choose Arclis, the goddess of grief? Was it the first image you had in mind?
To be honest, no. It was like I wanted to use those stories from people I don't know just to express their feelings, and then I ask myself what could be some kind of figure that shows everything, you know the person of the death of death, the dead. Yeah, he is a symbol for dying, and I ask myself if there is any a person or whatever that can express these kinds of feelings. And so I searched for it, and then I saw that this Greek figure of Achilles would be fitting. So we decided to use this one.
Was it hard to have the good artist to design the cover? Did you had already in mind what it should be? Did you draw some sketch or?
Mm. No, Robert Sinderman was the one again who made the cover, so he was responsible for Moribund and Survival Mode and God Machine as well. And I asked him if he could imagine to do a cover like this with the title of this Atlas, and yeah, he had some great ideas before, but like with the other covers as well, we didn't get any hint before. So it was a surprise, like always, and mostly it was like, wow, this is pretty cool. So he made this upfront cover for our demo tape that we brought out 24. And yeah, and now he took this version of Atlas and put it into this new cover. And yeah, it was again like we were overwhelmed from this cover layout. So everything is really cool.
Perfect. Is it important to have regular people to work with? Is it maybe um, giving you maybe an easier way to work, or maybe a more confident way to, yeah, to do the thing around the band?
For example, the cover and the studio,
Yeah,
or what do you mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course, because if you have a person, for example, Robert Sinderman, um, you know what he's doing. You know that everything that will be the final version will be cool. So why shall I go to someone else to ask them to do something, and I don't know if it will be what I expect. So with Robert, it was from the very beginning like, yeah, all covers he drew have been great for us. So it was the best way to ask him directly. And with the studio, it was the same because the first four albums we recorded with Kurt Hanken, and this time he had no time left because he had a new job. And so we tried Daniel Meinzer from Reg Noise Studio because he's the guitarist and singer in Bokor, good friends of us, great band. So you should check them out if you don't know them. And yeah, we tried to. We told him, okay, we want to record a new album, but we need a try. So we will do the demo tape first. We recorded the demo tape in his studio, and yeah, there was so much work in it, and he brought so much effort in this demo tape that we decided, yeah, okay, this is the right guy with the cool sound he made to record the album.
Mhm. Considering your inspiration, are you today influenced by the same things as it was 30 years ago?
Yes, because I don't listen to new music that much, to be honest, because I'm stuck in the old days. These nostalgic feelings we have listening to the old Morbid Angel or old Edge of Sanity albums or Death or whatever. This is my music. This was my time. This was my youth. And all these brutal death metal bands nowadays. It's difficult for me to get into it because it's for me, I need a song structure, and mostly they put so many riffs in one song, so that it is very difficult for me to follow the song, and yeah, I'm more into these old school stuff, and yeah, I think I ever will be.
And are you eventually following those first bands, maybe the originals bands like Morbid Angel, Immolation, with their new albums?
Yeah, of course. Because you need to know what you're talking about. And live, for example, it's always a pleasure to see them live. So I saw Morbid Angel, for example, back in those days. It was 1990, I think, in Bremen. And last year I saw I Am Morbid at the Partisan Open Air. And yeah, it was quite cool to see the people again, much older than back in those days, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And of course, I try to figure out if they stick to their styles as well as we do. And you see, the new Vomitory, for example, is cool. The new Immolation is cool. So these are styles of death metal I can listen to a lot.
Mhm. How do you live today your passion as a musician, knowing that technology has evolved a lot? Nowadays, you have a lot of simulators. You don't have to handle big amplificators everywhere. You get just to pull the plug and have an incredible sound. So is it a thing you are following also to evolve a bit with the technology, or do you play with the old cabinets? and,
We do, yeah. And we used them in the studio as well. So this was something we wanted to do because, yeah, as you said, we are old and this is what we learned to do and we keep it. because to play with a camper, for example, is very easy to get it with you because it's not that heavy. You can just put it on stage and switch it on, and everything is like you had it in the rehearsal room as well. But we are old as bastards, and we want to have this sound from behind you. So no, not with any earphones or whatever. So yeah, we need this sound, and we wanted it in the studio as well. So yeah.
Yeah. And you know, I really appreciate to put a record in my CD player and to have the organic feeling. You know,
Hmm. Yeah, of course.
there is a lot of plastic feeling, or how can I say, yeah, false things. You know, it's sounding really teeny.
Yeah,
There is no
it's yeah,
such things.
it's overproduced. Today everyone has a good computer at home, and there are so many options to make home recordings and things like this. Um, and yeah, it's easy, it's cool, it's cheap for those who do it. But the knowledge is mostly with those guys who have a studio. And this is why we wanted to go into the studio. And even if it's more expensive to pay the engineer, okay, then it is expensive. But the final result is what we are looking for. So it must be good. And if we are satisfied, everything is good. So yeah, I think these guys know what they are doing, and I can, of course, record in my home a cool album. Why not? But it will not sound good.
Okay. Back in the day, God Machine for me was a bit striking uh, in cause or maybe thanks to the colors of the cover. And can you remember how the design of the album was received by the people in general? For me, it was a bit new, a bit how can I say? Yeah, a bit courageous to have
Mm.
different colors in this style of music. So yeah.
Yeah, it was, back in those days, it was like Robert sent us the information and sent us the layout, and of course we were. Mm, we were overwhelmed because what you said, it was different, and we like to be different. I think our music is different compared to other death metal bands as well. uh, Although we use blast beats and tuned down guitars, etc., but I think that our music is different, and so the cover fitted back in those days perfectly. um, a lot of people still remember God Machine and the style of this mixture of European and US death metal. And so was the cover as well. So a lot of them remember the cover. Oh, the lilac one. Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah, I think it was a good idea to choose it.
And I also remember a non-typical record. It was this split CD with Ouija, the black metal band,
Mm.
with the years. What do you think about this maybe crazy idea of the label back in the day?
Yeah, it was their idea because we never got any of those CDs. So I until now I didn't have one in my hand. So there's was no chance to get it. No one asked us if we are okay with it. So yeah, we were surprised as well to see it. But yeah, I think they wanted to tell the people something with this combination of black and death metal. I just don't know. So yeah, maybe someday I will get some of those one of those CDs. Maybe. Let's see.
And do you think that today, if maybe a label will offer this again, this idea to have a black metal band with you on the same CD, will you be open for it?
Yeah, of course. Just depends on what the black metal band is doing. So of course there are. let's say, kind of black metal bands I don't like to be on one CD with. But my best friend, for example, has a black metal band as well, Mordrak. Yeah, we are open for those things, of course. Yeah, why not?
Mhm. Okay, last year you have done a special show, the 30 years long career show to cover the world journey of the band. Was it a special event? Was it a big preparation to have special songs from each albums? Was it yeah, a different gig?
It was a very emotional gig, yeah, because it was yeah, 30 years. It's has been a long time, and this was an anniversary show. So yeah, we tried to play songs from all albums, of course, but this is something we normally do because we want the people to listen to songs that have been the favorite songs on each album. So we just put some more of the God Machine album into our set list. But yes, back in those days, it was so much fun to play the God Machine songs, and today it is a bit difficult because they are much slower than the new material. So Alf was a bit surprised because I just don't know if I can play that slow. But yeah, it was fun, and it was a very emotional evening. Um, Even there have been people that didn't know us. It was very weird in a way because normally in our region the people know us, but some of them yeah, they were there and listened the first time to ANASARCA. So, but the reactions have been cool, of course. And yeah, and the most emotional thing that evening was that we did a minute of silence before we played our last song to honor the people who have we lost. So we had a lot of people crying in the audience. So this was goosebumps everywhere. And then we started the song I Feel, and it was the last song for the evening. And this was, yeah, overwhelming to see the people. They were coming to us afterwards, and they said, wow, this was something we never had before. So this, yeah, it was perfect. For us, it was a perfect anniversary, of course.
And yeah, soon this show will be available as a special CD.
Yeah. I have to talk maybe in this comment. Yeah, I have to talk about my project Metal Unites. We talked about it before. So this is something I am um, filming bands exclusively for my platform metalunites.com. And from this filming, we took the audio files and decided to make a live version because it was cool. Um, Not so many mistakes we made, so this was something we could use. And it was the first live album that we will release, maybe the last, I just don't know. But yeah, I think this is a cool present for the old fans.
And yeah, we talked about old school medias like a cassette or vinyls. Would you think about a DVD for this show, as it's also an old school media?
Yeah, of course. No, this is not because the video thing I only use for my platform. But we can imagine to make a tape version of this as well because Alf is the one who is addicted for tapes. So it could be that we will do another version as tape. I just don't know. Let's see.
Mhm. For this show, you told it before, there were maybe more songs from the God Machine album. Until today, do you think it was maybe the more known album from ANASARCA?
Oh, yeah, it depends which people you're meeting, because of course those from the very beginning they mostly like the God Machine album the most. So until today, I think maybe Atlas is an album that could change their mind. I just don't know. But of course, it is you always like those albums you are grown up with. So I think because of this, for the older generations, the God Machine album is very important. But as well, we had some younger uh, death metal maniacs who were connected with ANASARCA with the Survival Mode album, for example, and they didn't know the albums before. So and they are the ones who tell us that the Survival Mode is the best album so far. So yeah, it depends which age the audience is.
And yeah, through your journey, I think you have seen this decrease of CD sellings because in the beginning of your career, the CD was seen as a revolution. Uh,
Mm.
Great sound, clear sound, modern support. It was a kind of new era from for music listeners. And nowadays, I have 20 years old kids. When they saw me buying CDs, they can't get it.
Yeah, yeah,
What
of
are
course.
you doing? Everything is on their phone, and they can't stand and they can't understand to buy a CD. And how did you see this decrease of the CD market that was once the, how can I say, the super product of music?
I think it was like to see that the vinyls are the sellings were going down because an LP was the thing to me because you had this big cover. You just put out the LP and you read the lyrics on this on the in inner sleeve, for example, and you were going to your record player. You laid you put on the LP and you were listening to it and you have been listening the entire side of the LP. So there was no break within it. Today it's like, oh, which song is it? Listen to the new one, and then you press play, and the song is half gone, and then oh wait, I have another idea, and the next song, and the next song, and the next song, and this was something we never did because we enjoyed to listen to the music and to listen to a whole album. So and I think the same is now was from LP to CD and now from CD to Spotify and co. So yeah, I enjoy more the old days and the old way of listening music to music.
Okay, as a death metal head, were you also inspired by the thrash metal in the early days and the Teutonic, the German thrash metal scene of the 80s?
Yeah, of course. I started listening to metal as I was 13, and it started with the Scorpions, and from there it was becoming more and more heavy because then it was Warlock, it was Accept, then it was Iron Maiden, and suddenly there was Crater. And so it was, whoa, what is this? So it's brutal, it's fast, so it was cool. And then it was Death Row and Sodom and all those, of course. And um, besides those kind of styles, I listened to DRI or those hardcore thrash bands like Wehrmacht and things like this. And and then was the point I listened to death the first time, and then it was over with me, and then I was addicted to death metal. So, but it was, of course, to start with death metal, you had to go through the early German thrash metal scene.
Yeah,
And to be honest, I ever like the German scene more better than those American bands. Although Sacred Reich and Overkill and all those bands are great, but yeah, I think the pure thrash metal came from the German bands.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Do you think we forgot to talk about something important?
I don't think so. It was a lot of questions,
Oh,
but it was cool.
I was waiting for this moment for, yeah, a long time, and it was really cool. Maybe I think 2 weeks ago, I discovered you had a new album out. So yeah,
Mhm.
that was a really cool occasion to contact you and yeah, to have this chat. That's really cool.
Appreciate it a lot. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I have some more requests for Zoom meetings in the next days. So yeah, this is completely new as well to me because normally I'm not doing video calls. In as COVID was there, we had some yeah, I was my job was in some kind of being a broker, and I had to conversations with people all over the world. So now my English is a bit, yeah, became a bit bad. So, but yeah, it was okay for today, I think. But this is new to have Zoom meetings like this and to have video calls. So normally I don't do it,
Wow,
but
thank
you are a kind of friend, so everything is good.
thank you. You know, since I am doing Zoom interviews, I have the feeling that I am playing a big role in Star Trek, you know,
Yeah,
because they were the
of
first.
course. Yeah. Yeah, but it's fun. It's okay.
So, thanks a lot.
So thank you very much.